Good morning to all students. Welcome in today's session through online teaching. In today's class, we are going to start a new poem and its title is Elegy written in a country churchyard. Elegy written in a country churchyard. Elegy is a sad song in which poet mourns on death of some near one. This poem, Elegy written in a country churchyard, has been included in BA Part 2nd syllabus, Paper First, Poetry and Drama. The poem, this poem was written by Thomas Gray, Thomas Gray, who was born in London in 1716, and he was sent to Eton College for education, and after it he went to Cambridge University and completed his graduation. Thomas Gray was a reflective poet of the 18th century. Whatever he wrote was of excellent quality. He was influenced by classical poetry and he admired John Dryden. He was a born poet who belonged to an age of prose. His love to nature and profound humanity anticipated the age of romance. Thomas Gray was a bookworm and a man of great learning. He had unwillingly taken law, but after his travel to Italy, he gave up law and settled at Cambridge. He lived all his life in Peterhouse. He travelled in Wales and Scotland. In 1757, he refused the poet laureateship and he was given the professorship of modern history in 1768 at Cambridge. He was given professorship of modern history in 1768 at Cambridge University. He wrote only a few poems, among which we may mention Ode to Spring, Ode on a Distant Prospect of Eton College, The Progress of Poesy, The Bard, and The Fatal Sister. These are his important poems, and Thomas Gray was died in 1771. He was died in 1771. So students, Thomas Gray was born in 1716, but he was died in 1771. This poem, Elegy written in a country churchyard, was composed in 1750 by Thomas Gray and it was published in 1751. This poem was composed in 1750 but it was published in 1751. It was inspired by Gray's thoughts following the death of the poet Richard West. Richard West was a poet and who was most intimate friend of Thomas Gray, and Richard West was died in 1742. The poem is an elegy in name but not in form. It reflects a meditation on death and remembrance after death. The poet finds comfort in pondering the lives of the obscure rustics buried in the churchyard. It has two sections in which stanzas and elegy approach death differently. The first contains a still response to the death. In the first stanzas of the poem, we find a response to the death, but the final version contains an epitaph which serves to repress the narrator's fear of dying. The poem expresses the feelings of personal grief and is an expression of universal regret for those who waste their fragrance on the desert air. In the first part of the poem, the poet draws a pathetic picture of those unknown and unsung blaze folk lying under the dust who had talents which found no opportunity to flower. Some among them were as spirited as Hampden, who had won widespread fame as a leader in the region of Charles I. Some had the genius of poetry and could be as great as the great poet Milton. Some even had patriotic feelings equal to those of Cromwell. They were, in a way, even superior to Cromwell. These people remained obscure as they got no opportunity to show their merits. The poet in this poem laments on the waste of abilities and talents. The poet next says that though these people did have no opportunity to display their good qualities, neither did they have any scope for misusing their talents. They no doubt remain obscure, but at the same time they were free from vices and crimes to which the eminent persons are often prone. In this way, destiny saved them from the evils. Want of scope kept them away from greatness as well as from evil ways. The elegy ends with an epitaph on the poet, supposed to be written by a blazer. The poet wrote this because he wanted to identify himself with the poor and simple blazers. The poem focuses on the ordinary blaze people who lie buried in the country churchyard and whose humble graves are contrasted with the tombs in cathedral and the lives of those who have won fame and honor. The curfew bell proclaims the end of the day and the approach of the evening. According to the medieval regulations, fire must be put out at a fixed hour in the evening. The curfew bell serves as a warning to the blazers. It is the time when cattle, farmers, and the blazers who go out of the blaze for their day's work return to their homes. The poet alone remains in the churchyard in the growing darkness of the evening. The whole atmosphere is fearfully sad, serious, and calm. The silence of the atmosphere is occasionally disturbed by the drowning flights of the beetles, the tinkling of she bells, and hooting of owls. The poet is still standing in the churchyard. He is thinking about the poor villagers who are buried in graves outside the church. Their graves look like the heaps of sand. The poor villagers who are lying under the graves will remain there forever. The fresh and fragrant breeze which call men to wake up, the chirping of swallow, the shrill call of the cock, and even the horn of hunters cannot arouse them from their eternal sleep. No housewife will wait for their return. No child will run to climb upon their knees to get affection. So, students, this is the central theme of the poem Elegy written in a country churchyard, and it was written by Thomas Gray, and he wrote it on the sad and untimely demise of his close friend Richard West, which closed the chapters of a promising life. He wrote this poem in 1742. He began writing in 1742 and he completed it in 1750, and this poem was published in 1751.